Good day, everyone. Ali Safi here, Safi Financial Network, September 2nd, 2025. First day of the September, actually, first trading day of the September market started negative. However, we got a nice doji bar or shadow, I should say, here, just the last hour of the trading session. Market just a spike up. Uh, however, I would say because market just tackling this area, everyone needs to be careful. And as I said before, September and October is going to be volatile months for the market. Expecting market to correct a 5 to 10% itself, which is going to be a healthy correction. I'm just looking forward for that one. I know I'm telling this in August, but August closed very nice positive months. It doesn't mean that I need to change my analysis just because August had a positive month. We had August positive months before, and if you just look at my previous analysis, which is a weekly edition, I just explained that I'm looking for something like a 2020 and 2022 kind of like a corrective move, 2023 corrective move for the September and October, which is going to be 10% correction to 5,900 to 6,000 for S&P 500. Nasdaq at the same time, it's just getting kind of like a too important level, which is 23,000, bounce back up due to Google. Kind of like the lawsuit for Google. Actually, it's it went very well for Google, and they don't need to sell Google Chrome, which is an important product for them. And that's why market just bounced back up nicely, especially future market. But I would say this is a future market again. Market just getting back to the downside. We're 52 points down. And I believe that if we get below this at 23,000 or 22,900, that would be kind of like a waterfall all the way. It can go all the way down to 20,000 to 21,000 area. So we'll see how it goes with Nasdaq, but I would say Nasdaq already started its corrective move. Dow at the same time going down as well. So Dow forming a bullish consolidation, reacted nicely to SMA 20, which is these tops here. We may see buyers coming back for intraday session a day or two, but I would say still if Nasdaq, if S&P 500 goes down, watch on this wide range bar here, which is 44,650. That's very important. If you get below this, I would say 42,000, 43,000 for Dow Jones is going to be a possible scenario. Gold hits new all-time high, and future market again hits new all-time high right now, 35, 39, and pretty nice momentum. I would say gold can go all the way down up to 3,600, even 3,650, 3,700 maybe. But this is exactly what we were expecting. So this is a uh, multi-months or multi-weeks consolidation. If we go to weekly chart, you see that this is a pretty nice bull flag here. We just are breaking through nicely. And this is the second week we started, and this can end to 3,900 area. So this is the bigger picture that I have. Still long way to go, but I would say this is going to be very fast and furious. Lots of people just looking at the daily chart, which is overbought, over kind of like a stretched. But any pullback could be bought very rapidly, and gold can get to the upside as well. Silver at the same time, it just started over the weekend, actually on Friday's session, went all the way up. And also today, we just got a hammer candle here. But I would say silver can go to 42 to 44 by year end. So I'm not sure if this is the move or we're going to see a pullback and then getting back to the upside. But silver could be a great kind of like a move to the upside. At the same time, crude just getting back to the upside nicely as well today. So crude just forming the bottom here, as I said before. So keep an eye on $60, but 62 was a good momentum getting back to the upside. Right now, we are at $66. If crude gets above a 67, obviously, if it gets above $70 here, that would trigger nice optic move to the upside. I would say the momentum is going to get back to the bullish side because this is a multi, I would say, year. Yeah, since 2023, this is a bear market, and seems like we're forming the bottom last April, and we're forming a low. This is a spike to high, and here is the lower high. If we get a higher high, that would be kind of like the new bull market for crude, which can end up to $100 per barrel, which is happening, and I think it's going to happen very soon. Moving on to individual names, starting Bitcoin. Bitcoin just after a nice rally, over the weekend from the bottom here and then getting back to the upside. But this is kind of like a nice lower high for another lower low. So we'll see. Ethereum is the same, consolidating here. This is a white range bar below 4,200, can go all the way down to 3,000 area. Bond yield just going up. Bond is down, but this is a shakeout before a next move to the upside. This is a multi-year, I would say, bottom for bond. And since 2025, we got kind of like a couple bottoms here. And this wedge is about to break to the upside. Waiting for that one. And rate cut potentially is coming back soon. There was some kind of like a tariff news about the market, kind of like a shakeout of market. Seems like President Trump got caught, and seems like the lawsuit goes against tariffs. So if that is happening, if the Supreme Court confirmed that the previous statement, that would be very bad for President Trump because all the tariffs and all the things that he initiated and market adjusted itself, now it's going to go back to the original position, and even US needs to pay some of them to the other countries, which is kind of like concerning for the short term for the market. So we will see. Dixie going up, a dollar just got a strength today. VIX up and then down, but I would say this is just the beginning of the spike to 27 to $30 per share. Apple just going down, but seems like double top is here. So we need to see Apple below 223 to going all the way down to 200 area, which I'm looking for. Amazon after gapped up, buyers came back intraday session, still very negative session. If it goes below 210, I would say 200, even 196 is coming. Meta is the same, just going down. Buyers came back. Even after hours, it goes positive. And here is the Microsoft. Seems like forming the bottom, at least for short term. But I would say this is just a consolidation before the next drop to here. So this is going to be a good buying opportunity for Microsoft for 67. And that would be great kind of like idea for Microsoft buyers if you want to buy this one. So we will see how it goes. The rocket star is here. Google is still after hours 226. As I said, the lawsuit actually goes in favor of them for the antitrust, and they don't need to sell Google Chrome. So this is a very huge kind of like a um, overreaction from the market, and market seems like it knows something beforehand. That's the rally, and this is kind of like the rally for retailers and for the low volume after hours. So we will see tomorrow. And Netflix just getting back to the upside after kind of like a shakeout on Friday, still forming a bull flag. If this one fails, it can go very bad. It goes to all the way 1040. Tesla coming back down. I think buyers are coming back again. So we got kind of like a hope at the end of the channel for this correction. 329, 330. Semiconductors going down. Buyers came back up. Intraday session just pushed the price higher. It sees at the support, but I would say semis are in a danger of the breakout very, very nicely. So look at this. If we get below this, which is this pattern, is telling me we're going to go all the way down to here to 240 for SMH, which is going to be a potentially 10 to 20% correction down the road. So that would be very nice scenario for semis and those buyers who are waiting for. Stocks, the same pattern here. I'm just waiting for these boxes to get filled. NVIDIA just get below this and just getting back to the upside. But after hours, you see that NVIDIA, it is still on sell. AMD, look at 160, because if it goes below 160 neckline, AMD can go all the way down to 120 to 130, which I'm looking for. Taiwan Semiconductor is the same. It's kind of like the forming here as well. And Texas Instrument is just going down, just forming the bottom. But I would say this is just the snapback after this sell-off. So we may see some kind of like a lower high and then getting back to a downside. Lam Research is the same. We got into $94 today. Pretty nasty sell-off. Still looking for this area, 80 to 82. Banking sector is just going down, getting back to the upside. At KBE, the same here. KRE, the same here. Market is forming the same scenario as we were expecting before, and we can kind of like see the pullback for the buyers. But this is just, I would say, at the last phase of the hope for the market. JP Morgan is the same, 220, 299, Goldman Sachs 730. So all in all, I should say, if you just look at the market, you see that it's kind of like at the end of the wedge and for a bigger corrective move to the downside. Bank of America still forming a good solid point here. So but if it gets to the correction $44 area, that could be the scenario. Wells Fargo, nice down, getting up as well here. So gold miners actually they were rocking to the upside as long as gold miners are going up, gold price is going up as well. GDX, pretty nice momentum, new all-time high. GDXJ, new all-time high. AEM, new all-time high. New one, new all-time high. And here is my favorite sector these days. XLE, which is Energy Spider, just consolidating prior this. Nice trend line here. If it goes above 92, I would say that could be very nice scenario to the upside. Exxon, the same here, just getting back above this trend line, but get back below after hours. But I would say this is a nice breakout for Exxon. And Chevron, just sparking higher, close above 161. So I would say everyone needs to be patient because energy sector can go higher a lot down the road. All right, folks, I believe I covered everything. If you like this video, please smash the like button, subscribe to our channel, and have a good one. See you on the chart. Bye-bye.